Hello, Atlanta. This is SysEleven from Berlin, in Germany. I'm Roland.
I'm Dimitri.
And we are, at SysEleven, we are customer success architects. SysEleven is a managed service provider, and Nginx helps us to do an excellent job with our customers. Today, we will present to you our use cases at SysEleven for Nginx. We present you Nginx in a managed hosting environment. Okay. Now we will present SysEleven as a company at first. Oh, sorry.
Oh, actually.
Oh, that is
actually
that's the right phone.
I will give you a short agenda about our talk. Oh, something happened. Yeah, we will firstly introduce ourselves, our products. We will talk about the use cases, as we said before, and also how they help us to create solutions for our customers. And we will have 2 demo sessions at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So next one. Exactly.
Okay, at first we will present our company so you get a feeling on how we use Nginx. SysEleven is a hosting partner for the biggest online shops in Germany. We are one of the leading hosting companies in Western Europe. We are trusted partners for availability and performance issues. We provide premium hosting with a 24/7 support. Actually, that's our job.
Exactly.
Managed hosting for us means running, creating, troubleshooting, and tuning the customer's applications. We are directly responsible for our customer success and availability.
You brought you some numbers?
Yeah.
We are existing since about 11 years. We got 400 customers, 15K CPUs, a lot of storage, of course. And another one fact, which is kind of interesting, is that we're the only one certified by the government institution, which I think NIST is the equivalent in US for hosting. Okay.
Great. Dima, go ahead. Tell us about the agenda.
Okay.
No.
So I will talk about the first product we got. Sorry for whatever this is. But yeah, we're on a cloud based on OpenStack with 2 regions for our customers. It's kind of made of a lot of other products which are also made in Germany. And Nginx is our cloud gateways. We use it only Nginx Plus.
Yeah.
Exactly. So next one.
Great, thanks, Dima.
So, okay.
Medicube is our second product. We launched it in August. It's basically managed Kubernetes. We run the Kubernetes clusters in our OpenStack environment. And with our easy-to-use web dashboard, you're able to create a Medicube cluster, a Kubernetes cluster that is, in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, we tried it actually.
Yeah.
It's not exactly our department, but we tried it. It works.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we will also later, one of the demos is about Kubernetes, so we're going to show it to you. Okay, next slide. Roland?
Kubernetes and OpenStack.
Okay, now I will talk about our kind of main product, which we're based upon. Yeah. And this is exactly our department, our jobs. We have a managed hosting infrastructure based upon Virtuoso containers. It's about 3,000 virtual environments which we're running for our customers. And mostly in each setup, except of some F5 load balancers, we're using Nginx as a load balancer. This is why we have about 700 installations, which we are pretty successful managed with Puppet. Okay, continue. Next one.
Okay.
Roland. Click.
Is it working?
Okay,
Carrier
yeah.
services.
And another thing, we are an ISP. We provide, for our customers, we provide fibers and also the whole management of the network. We peered about, the whole stuff is based on a redundant glass fiber ring in Berlin. We peered about with 400 gigabit. It depends on how you count it. It could be twice if you add it up. We have about 300 peerings and also a certified partner of D6, which the main traffic comes from.
Yeah.
So this is our connection, the connection of our customers to the outside world.
Okay, thanks, Dimo. Okay, the first use case for Nginx in our company, we use Nginx as an ingress controller. At first, let me give you some facts about ingress controllers. The ingress controllers build up rules for incoming connections to the pods. They do not need an internal address to communicate with the pods, and as already mentioned, we use Nginx as ingress controllers. The function of an ingress controller is service discovery. You can add pods, and they are added to the services. And the second one is auto-reload of the configuration. If you use Nginx Plus as an ingress controller, you get the additional features like on-the-fly reconfiguration or active health checking.
Exactly. Thanks. Okay, next picture. I would like to talk about the basic concept of each of our setups and why and how we're using Nginx. So what do we see here? Of course, all the requests coming up from the internet. We have here the Nginx acting as a load balancer and also as an entry point for each setup. It does a TLS termination, and mostly, while other people are using this for gateway routing or whatever, we are using it for request routing, location routing, and it helps us in many things. So what you see here is like the productive environment consisted of an N number of application server, a database pair, and an administration server, which is mostly the source of truth for the application service. On the low here, you'll see a stage environment, which is just a copy of the productive, but smaller. And some of the features, which is quite useful for us, is like, yeah, locations sound easy, but they help a lot. So we use routing for specific location to specific servers, for example, the backend location, or like a static content, which we could, if this is necessary, we can quickly provide a solution for a customer by adding a new location, a new upstream, and provide, for example, a static server. Exactly. And yeah, the second demo is based upon this picture, so we will show it again, don't wonder. Yeah, and one more thing is I often heard the word control here. So Nginx here is an entry point, gives us the control about every request which is coming in, which is really nice for us. Yeah.
Okay, I got a question. Is anyone from you familiar with this setup, or is it completely new to you? Okay, great. Thanks for showing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Roland will talk about a little bit the features we mostly use. Exactly. The facts we use from Nginx. We use Nginx as a load balancer. Dima already told you. The load balancing method usually is round robin. We witness customer installations with up to 300 vHosts. That's quite an amount, I think. We do TLS offloading on Nginx. We heavily use proxy cache. And we use basic auth and whitelisting for protecting certain endpoints in certain locations. Exactly. Yeah, I would like to add, so another features we're using, which is depending on the setup, but we sometimes heavily rely on maps, depending on where someone is coming from. So GeoIP and maps, and HTTP2 and also rewriting is heavily used for us for custom applications. So yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, one of our main challenges is, of course, traffic peaks. Traffic peaks which are coming from TV commercials, newsletters, or DDoS attacks. And we using the load balancer, of course, is an easy way. It provides us an easy way to scale up the setup just by adding more upstreams or, of course, providing more resources for existing instances. Yeah. But this is an easy but a really nice feature what we like to use. Yeah. We would also, in that case, upscale vertically by adding more virtual CPUs or more virtual RAM. Exactly. Okay. So, yeah, Roland will talk about a little bit about caching. Static caching, yeah. Caching actually is a real cool feature of Nginx. I must point that out because it's so amazing. You can witness the increase of speed in an amount of 4 seconds when you're loading a web page. It's so amazing. We tried to use it with every customer, but the customers were suspicious. But now we use it for every new setup that we build, and it's really great.
Exactly. You want to talk a little bit about the last 2 points?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Of course. We allow the customer to purge their caches. Of course.
Of course.
And we have bypass locations. If the customers want some location not to be cached, then we bypass them, of course. Or we don't cache static the stage environments. Just for testing purposes, we enable caching in this environment. It's just for easier development. People can see when they change something in a stage environment, they can immediately see the changes and don't have to empty the cache at first.
Yeah, as Roland pointed out, for a mass customer, because we cannot control the application, it's provided by the customer, it's really the first point we're using to easily achieve the loading, better loading speeds. So it's easy, but very efficient.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. Demo session Medicube, great. Okay, at first, let me...
Okay, you don't need this picture for Medicube, but just
yeah, really.
We'll give Roland some time.
I will just switch to display so I can see what I'm doing.
Remember, we're from managed hosting part, but still, we did it on purpose.
Okay, great. There you go. At first, I wanted to show you the Medicube setup. As I said, we have a dashboard. You can access it via your browser. You can just log in. Okay. And then you see the cluster configuration part. You can create a cluster, or we created one, we prepared one for you. You can watch the details. As you can see, this cluster, can you see it in the back, or is it too small? Okay, great. As you can see, this cluster is created of 3 VMs in our OpenStack environment. And yeah, these are the 3 nodes used. I can show you now. Oh, that's too small, isn't
Bigger
it?
text, right? Yeah, this is fine. Can you see this? Is this okay?
Is it okay? Okay, great. As you can see, there's 1 pod running right now. And this pod is on our node Kubematic. It's the first one or the second one?
I think this is this one. Oh yeah.
TS9. TS9 is the first one, yeah. Okay, what this pod provides by now is a little Hello World application. This is delivered via an English controller consisting of Nginx. And as you can see, I put on auto refresh. It's refreshing every second or so. And as you can see, there's 1 server address, there's 1 server name. And now I'm showing you how easy you can upscale. No, it's not the right one. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Oh yeah, okay. By the way, as long as he's figuring out the command.
Yeah.
We got some stickers and stuff, so.
Yeah, to compensate. Okay, great. What I'm now going to do is I will add 2 pods. So I put in 3 replicas. I'll fire this up. And as you can see, there's now 3 containers, 3 pods. They're not yet ready, but now they are. Okay, let's get back to our little Hello World application. And as you can see, there's 3 pods rotating. It's delivered via round robin. So that's how easy you can upscale. So if a customer of ours comes around and says, we have an emergency situation, someone launched a newsletter without us knowing, then we can easily upscale, or the customer could do it even himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is one of our usage, like in one of our products, how we use Nginx.
Yeah.
So let's head to the next demo.
Yes, we will.
Maybe show the picture again first. But
yeah, okay. I will. Okay. There you go. I will show you now, we built this setup for you for testing purposes here for the conference.
At least like this part?
No, I built a stage environment too.
Oh, you built, okay, okay, so also this part.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we will show you how we manage and build and manage and provide this functionality we're using for such a setup. And we start off with a completely empty virtual environment, which Roland will be. Yeah, okay.
There you go. Can you see in the back, or is it too small? It's okay, good. Okay, at first let me show you the setup we built.
Yeah, so it's existing of virtual environments, and we'll talk about the app server right now. Okay.
Yeah, so that's, Dima, you have the pointer?
Exactly, yeah.
The first two VEs are the database servers for the live environment. Then you see two app servers, an admin server. Dima told you about that.
Exactly.
Then there's the stage environment. There's the Redis for session caching. And there's the main part we will take care about now, the Nginx load balancer.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
okay, we will start with entering the virtual environment.
yes. Oh.
Give us a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Nice. Everybody can read it. Hope so.
Okay. We prepared an installation of a popular German shop for you. So I prepared the links, I bookmarked the pages. And as you can see, nothing's happening right now.
Yeah, so the request is timeout.
Yeah, the request will time out because Nginx is not installed on the load balancer and the firewall is turned on. So
Okay.
there's two reasons.
So,
okay,
yeah.
let's go into the...
So we'll now enter the virtual environment,
Yeah.
which is empty right now.
This is the load balancer. I will just give you a short overview. There's no web server running whatsoever, and there's also no Nginx installed. So it's absolutely blank. We just created it, and now we will show you how we manage our Nginx, or Nginxes.
Exactly. As I already said, we heavily rely on Puppet.
Yeah.
So this is what we're going to show you. Okay. So a little bit bigger, maybe the text.
Yeah.
I think this would be nice.
Of course.
So what you see here is kind of a Puppet manifest as a YAML file.
Yeah.
So commented out completely.
Yeah, I will now comment it in. And then we will go through the configuration so you can
Exactly.
easily understand what we are doing.
So
Okay.
yeah, maybe we'll talk a little bit about it.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know. How much time have we got? Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that's
this
great.
is fine.
That's great.
Fine, yeah.
All right. Nginx. At first, we have to instantiate the Nginx 2 class. That's how we call it. We wrote the manifest ourselves, and we describe, as you use, as it's usually done with Puppet, you describe the state of the VE you want to achieve. So, at first, we have some settings with our proxy for our proxy caching. You're familiar with the expressions. We just want to show you how we embed this in our YAML file.
Exactly.
Okay.
Package.
Next one's the package. We install an Nginx Plus.
As we already talked, the Nginx is the lovely feature which Roland really loves.
Yeah, yeah.
Me either, but
Yeah, the caching.
exactly.
Yeah, then we define a location. This is for the cache. We got a regex. As you can see, there's images, there's JavaScript, and there's CSS getting cached.
So actually, in this case, only static content, which we're
Yeah.
mostly using it for.
Yeah. Okay,
Exactly.
then we got a match type, of course, and we define a default upstream for that location. The default upstream, you will see it, is our app server pair,
Exactly.
which brings us to our next configuration point, the upstreams. We have a stage environment, as already mentioned. You can see it consists of 2 application servers, and you got the app servers, our main part. We can do the following. We comment an app server member out.
Yeah, this is nice, yeah, exactly.
So we can show you later on how easy we can upscale. We would just add it later on, and it's added in the upstream configuration.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the vhosts, the virtual hosts. We have 3 hosts configured. That's the status host. A stage environment. That's where our stage shop is installed. And we have the live shop. We configure default locations because sometimes you need to configure the default location as an extra location. So we have that switch here. Then there's the access and error log configured. There's the backend location. Our shop's backend has to be terminated on the admin server. Dima told you about it.
Exactly. Maybe you show the picture.
Yeah.
So what you see, what we want to point it out is the usage of routing of locations.
Yeah.
Makes it really easy to put kind of another level of balancing or request for example, if you need a special request and it's really expensive in terms of calling, so you can provide more servers especially for this request, or offload it to VM, which is responsible for that. Or another example could be, I mean, this not happens that much, but if you got a DDoS running on application level specific, which is maybe how to filter, and your shop is okay, so people can click stuff and buy it, but you want your backend to be really fast. So if somebody wants to buy something on the backend and check out, you can provide like this location just to specific servers, so it's not affected the performance, at least not while the attack is not changing. So,
yeah. Yes. Or the media location, we can route it to 1 static server or to many static servers, depending on the load that's actually on that location. Yeah. All right. Now, let's see what else we got. That's just the firewall. We want to enable requests on port 80, so I enabled it here in the config. Okay, now you.
Oh yeah, don't wonder we don't have TLS here. It's just not interesting for the game.
It's just a test, yeah.
Exactly. So another use of locations is also often we provide less encrypt certificates, so to catch the authentication for SCME, we build just a location and it's getting captured by a load balancer and can do the authentication stuff. So yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we run our Puppet agent. Yeah. Yeah, really.
The -F is for force, so it's really run Puppet and -force. There is a story behind it. So.
Okay, now Puppet's running. It's doing some changes to the firewall, and it's installing Nginx and configuring Nginx. So, okay, let's rerun it in case we missed something. It usually isn't so, but just to make sure.
Okay.
Looks good. Okay. Now let me show you. We had this command to look for Nginx. Now we got an Nginx Plus installed. And let me look what's going on here. Here we have on port 80, there's Nginx listening and ready for your applications.
So yeah, now
so the customers, oh, already refreshed. There's our demo shop. Yeah, it's the basic installation, but we just wanted to show you how easy it is to configure the Nginx load balancer in our environment to provide a nice experience for the customer's customer. Yeah, this is the backend. It's routed to the admin server, and we even have a stage environment. You can tell the live environment is in English and the stage environment is in German. So there's 2 different installations.
Yeah, we also will show it with the curl. So just a second.
Now let's have a look at the upscaling part.
Oh yeah, maybe just run the curl for see this only
run
one.
The curl. Oh yeah.
Answering.
Right. Let's make it a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Okay, there's a curl just going to one app server. It's the one with the 22 in the end.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah, let it run. It's fine.
yeah, of course. And now we add, that's the part of adding new.
Maybe we do it in the config file so we can show that actually this is no magic. The config files for us is also really to debug. So we're just copy the IP maybe and add it.
Oh, I do it with Puppet.
Okay. So yeah, yes. Source of truth and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
Okay. So yeah, the upstream config is like just 2 IPs, so it's nothing special. But this is really easy to read. So when some of our guys is waking up at night, it's really easy to go to the locations directory and take a look at all the includes, or take a look at what's this exact upstream which is defined there. So this makes our life really easy.
Okay.
Mostly.
So the process would be the customer calls us and says there's some heat going on in the shop, and we would create new application servers. The customer would deploy his software if necessary, and then we would just add the upstream. And since the application servers are configured with Puppet 2, creating them is an easy job.
Exactly. So
now,
yeah, maybe
now there's an upstream, as you can see here.
Yeah, they differ by 21 and 22.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Where's our curl? Exactly.
There it is.
It's still 21?
Still 21.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, round
22,
robin,
yeah.
and we got it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we just upscaled it, and just by adding one line in the configuration file, even though we do it with Puppet, it doesn't matter.
Now, what we can do is have a look at the caching. I enabled caching, right? Let me just copy the image address.
Yeah. We have min usage 1, I think, in the manifest, so it's probably already cached.
Oh, I didn't enable caching. Okay, let me do this.
Oh, yeah,
Great.
true. Oh, yeah, stuff to show. Okay. So back to our manifest.
Yeah.
And
that's actually a location
the
I have to
location is
enable.
already defined, exactly.
There's a shop and I excluded it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me include it.
We really like this approach of includes. I mean, it's basic, but this is kind of Lego blocks building it together. So for different location, you can just reuse the stuff. It's nice feature.
Okay, running Puppet again. The agent is configuring our virtual environment and is adding the location. So now we should have a nice cache hit. There
Yeah,
it is.
exactly. So like instantly. So this already would be really nice for a customer because delivering it from the back is always costs way more.
Yeah.
Okay. So
all right, that's it with our live demos.
Exactly.
Do you guys have any questions? Is there anything else we can show you? Are you interested in something else?
Any questions?
Yeah.
Is that Puppet class you used something that you wrote in-house, or is that something that is published?
It's wrote in-house, but I think the guys who done it are about to publish it. So we can talk later about it. Maybe I pointed out.
Yeah, it's a module we build ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's going upstream soon. So.
Okay. Any more questions? All right, then we're early. Oh, sorry.
So you have Nginx with all your customer traffic, not your customers. So you are a hosting company, you might have many customers, right?
Yeah, we have about 400 customers, yeah.
You use Nginx to pass all customers' traffic to one place?
No. Every customer has his own setup and has his own load balancer. Yeah, that's to avoid nosy neighbors or things like that. So at the moment, we install one setup with one Nginx or Nginx Plus in front, and our customers are quite happy with that. Yeah.
So they're network isolated on the most case. So Nginx is the entry point for each customer. Yes. So each installation we provide of Nginx is virtualized. It's running fine.
Okay, we got another question.
Is there only one Nginx deployment per customer?
I'm sorry, come again?
Is there only one deployment when Nginx deployment per customer? Or can you
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a cold standby for every Nginx load balancer. We can easily activate it.
what if the load goes higher than what it can get? Can you scale it or no?
Yeah, we can scale them live. Yeah.
So what do you put then in front of Nginx? Do you have another load balancer? Like if you have multiple instances, or do you just scale those?
We scale vertically.
Yeah, the most, in our use case, most thing what happens is that the application itself is the bottleneck.
Yeah.
So just scaling up the load balancer and resources, most of the time it's enough.
It's not necessary, yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks to Nginx. You got a question?
So since you told that you have deployed it for multiple customers, so have you used Nginx own application server in all the scenarios, or have you used Tomcat as application server?
We also use Nginx for application servers.
Yeah.
Okay, but instead of, have you ever combined Nginx as a web server along with Tomcat as the app server?
We have Tomcat installations, and usually there's an Nginx in front of them, yeah.
Did you see any performance everything?
Based on our experience, we don't see any latencies or things like that coming from the load balancer. You have always an application, and the application is to be profiled if there's any latencies. That's usually the first step for us.
This is kind of an edge case for us, having Tomcat or Nginx.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, you got another question.
What sort of monitoring do you have for monitoring this load balancer?
Oh,
We use Isinga 2 for monitoring. We have a couple of custom alerts which we provide for the customer. So when an alarm gets in, we have customers, when we are alarmed first via a pager, and then we take action and go and fix the application, but the customer is always notified, yeah.
well, what we're trying to do is, of course, we have the normal metrics about the process running itself. What we're trying to do is to test an endpoint or something embedded application or just a string check to really make sure that we don't get a 200.
Just a 200, yeah.
Yeah, but with now, so we try to get some content. So this is how, like our check, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you using for that active health checks or Nginx Plus?
No, that's not monitoring, actually. We use health checks, but they're coming from the monitoring directly. Yeah. You got another question?
Yeah, just one more question. Do you see any issues when you have staging and production going through the stage load balancer?
No.
They do performance tests and then it influences production.
No, our customers have to show up when they're doing load tests or things like that.
Or then you scale up.
No. Usually, in that case, we would talk to the customer what the target of the load test is. So when the target is the stage environment, this is pretty useless because the stage environment is on different hardware. It's usually not scaled that high. So if he wants to do a real load test on his real application, then it's okay. We're fine with that. He can do it, but he has to inform us first.
But mostly we never, Nginx for us is like a really reliable part, which is, except of some things, never causes problems. So the traffic, if it's going through, never affects us so much that we have to really care about scaling because the application behind it is mostly the bottleneck, as I said.
Yeah.
But then you do HTTPS through Nginx, right? So that takes a lot of CPU.
A little, yeah, that's right, absolutely.
Yeah.
But as I said, usually we give our load balancers 2 virtual CPUs and 4 GB RAM, and that does a lot of traffic, really.
Yeah. So I mean, in our use case, to kill an Nginx with SSL traffic is mostly never happen. Like with the handshakes, I mean, over CPU load, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, I asked
Okay, great. You have a question too?
Yeah, kind of on the monitoring/health check side, do you guys have to provide that data as an API downstream to your customers so they can scale effectively?
No. No, we don't do that. No.
Yeah. We mostly scale it ourselves. So the customer mostly isn't that much aware of if he is, then we take action.
We are responsible.
Yeah.
primarily.
Once you scale the application servers as well?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of responsible for the application running. So even though it's provided by the customer, this is like.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Oh, there's another question?
There's one. Yeah, we do it sometimes, but it's not frequently. The customer usually asks us for a specific use case. He needs rate limiting, so we configure rate limiting, but we don't do it for all customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for special use cases. Okay, great.
Maybe I point another thing out. I don't know if it's good. I don't think we got time left, but if you show the picture.
No.
Because I was talking about this, one file upstream thing and how easy it is. So also this helps us, or Nginx helps us when the customer launches a new shop or is going online with, so we can easily move route the points to the new shop. So this is like seamless for them. So yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thanks you all. Thanks all of you.